Alright bros, the iPhone 12 Pro Max in 2025. How does it hold up? Is it still usable? Well, I picked one up to find out, so if you're thinking about getting one yourself, stick around because in this video we're gonna go through everything. The experience, the charge cycles, the battery health, the whole shebang. So let's waste no time and let's go. Alright guys, so I picked up this iPhone 12 Pro Max off Facebook Marketplace for 300 euros. Nothing fancy, it's just the base 128GB gold variant, so let me just show you the condition here so you can get an idea what 300 bucks actually gets you in 2025. And as you can see, this thing is almost mint, I would say. There are a few tiny scratches on the camera rings, nothing major. You really have to look for them, and from the front just a couple of micro scratches on the screen, nothing deep, nothing cracked, and the scratches aren't even noticeable when the screen is on. And I totally forgot that Apple used to have these black boxes for Pro models. Kinda cool, but this box has definitely seen better days. It's pretty wrecked, not gonna lie. Never mind, let's move on. Alright bros, design wise, I'm gonna be totally straight with you here. This gold color still slaps hard. Like, I forgot how damn good it looks in person. Seriously, just take a look at it. What really stands out to me are these polished gold edges. They just scream pure luxury. From the back you get the frosted glass with the triple camera setup, and the lenses are tiny compared to newer phones, which is cool because the camera bump doesn't stick out nearly as much. The bigger notch does make it look a bit dated, but honestly, on such a big screen, it's not really a problem. What actually gives away the true age of this phone are the bezels, man, and the 60Hz OLED display. And of course, the lightning port and that old school mute switch on the side. Alright, now let's talk performance. We got A14 Bionic here paired with 6 gigs of RAM. And this one is still running iOS 16.1.1 because I'm not even kidding, the dude who sold it to me said he didn't want to update it. He legit believed that new updates slow things down, so yeah, he didn't want to go past iOS 16. And you know what? It actually runs pretty well. I mean, all the usual apps work without any issues. The only app that's got a problem is ChatGPT. It doesn't work on iOS 16. And look, I'm not one of those never update your phone guys, so of course I'm gonna update it in a bit and test it out on the latest iOS 18.5. Let me shut it down, and through the magic of editing, you can see the boot up time side by side, iOS 16 on the left and iOS 18.5 on the right. And as you can see, the boot up on iOS 18.5 was actually about a second faster. And take a look at the Geekbench 6 results on the iOS 18.5. Both single core and multi-core actually went up. So yeah, updating your phone doesn't automatically mean you're slowing it down. Okay, so the iPhone 12 Pro Max is running now iOS 18.5, and I just wanted to quickly check if there's any difference in app opening speeds compared to my 15 Pro Max. And bro, I'm not even gonna show it to you in real speed because all the apps opened at the exact same time. There were literally no differences anywhere. Not even when opening bigger games like Minecraft, Bully or Genshin. This just shows how well iOS 18 is optimized even for older devices. Okay, let's talk battery health now. Honestly, this was one of the things that really sold me on this phone. Now, I already know the number, but let me show it to you anyway. It's sitting at 91% battery health, and yeah, this is still rocking the original battery from Apple. How do I know it's original? Easy. If you want to check this stuff properly, just plug your iPhone into a Mac and fire up the Coconut Battery app. And boom, here's the info. It's showing 94.5% health with 407 charge cycles, and you can even check the age of the battery health here. And yep, this was manufactured 2 months before the phone itself, so this is the factory installed battery. And for a phone from 2021, that's actually pretty solid. Now, I know a lot of you are curious right now how well an original battery holds up, especially after 400 plus cycles. So I put together a short battery drain test just to give you an idea of how long this thing actually lasts. First, I started with a 2-hour YouTube loop test, and this isn't some kind of a crazy lab style test or some kind of a real-world daily usage breakdown, but it will give you a decent feel for what to expect from a Pro Max iPhone with 91% battery. And after 2 hours of YouTube, the battery was down only 10%. It drained nice and steady, no weird drops or anything, sign of a healthy battery, so I continued with a 2-hour TikTok auto-scroll session. And you know how it is with the TikTok algorithm, it was showing me all kinds of weird videos, so I wasn't staring at the phone the whole time. But after 4 hours in total, the battery was down to 67%. Again, as you can see on the battery graph, nice smooth drain all the way. Next, I decided to play Genshin Impact, but first I had to download the whole game, which is like 32 gigabytes. Anyways, once it was ready, I played about 30 minutes, but yeah, I got bored after a while, so I switched to Call of Duty for about 20 minutes. I'm a total noob at this game, so yeah, lots of fun but not much kill. Then I finished up this hour-long gaming test with a bit of Roblox, playing Grow a Garden. All in all, after an hour of gaming, this phone was down to 43% battery. So I was about 5 hours into this test and it was getting late, like 10 PM, so I decided to throw in an overnight standby test. In the morning, after about 11 hours and 15 minutes on idle, the battery was down to 32%. Not too shabby for a 4-year-old original battery. Overall, I would say the battery held up really well throughout the whole test. Even with a mix of YouTube, TikTok, gaming and standby, it performed solid for its age. Also, I wanted to mention I really liked the gaming experience on this thing. That big 6.7-inch OLED display and really good speakers makes it awesome phone for gaming. If you're a gamer on the go, you're gonna definitely love this one. Okay, this is gonna be a quick one. I'm not gonna bore you with all the camera stats. You already know iPhones have great cameras. In a nutshell, all you need to know is that you are not getting the 48 megapixel main sensor and that the 12 Pro Max does miss some of Apple's newer camera tricks. There's no macro mode, no cinematic mode, no action mode, but the camera still delivers. No real need to upgrade just for that. The only thing that really sucks though is the front-facing camera. I'm recording this with the front-facing camera 4K 30, and yeah, this is my recording studio setup. And the colors look alright, man, but what's up with that audio? Sounds terrible. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the mic. And I'm not holding the mic, I'm just holding the phone normally. This is the worst sounding iPhone I ever heard. It's terrible. Yeah, the FaceTime camera and audio are bad, but this phone still gives you a ton of value. The iPhone 12 Pro Max was the first big screen iPhone to feature 5G, and that's a pretty huge deal, especially in 2025. Having 5G makes this phone a lot more future-proof, and it will hold its value way better than iPhones without it. I got my iPhone 12 Pro Max from Facebook Marketplace for $300, but if buying a used iPhone from a random guy in a parking lot isn't your thing, you can always check second-hand resellers like Swappy or Backmarket. On Swappy, prices start around 370 euros for fair condition, and on Backmarket it's even cheaper, about 340 euros for the lowest grade. The upside here is you get a 12-month warranty. So is $300 too much for a 5-year-old phone? I don't think so. You're getting a top-tier luxury quality product from Apple that is gonna be supported with new iOS updates to at least 2026 or 2027. After using it for a week, I gotta say it's just a great phone. It lacks some of the new fancy stuff, but let's be honest, how many of these new features do people actually use? Most folks don't even know they exist. Alright, that's it for today. If you made it up to this point, bro, I really appreciate you. Let me know in the comments below which phone you want me to check out next. Until next time, Joey signing out.